Check, check, check. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully this is going. Hopefully we have a bunch of people flying in right now. All the interwebs are connecting and correlating, and network traffic is flowing. Although, hey, there we go. Hey, oh snap! Welcome in, everybody. Absolute cinema, absolutely, man. Ooh. All right, let me see here. Boom. Well, go ahead and wait a tick for people to get in here. Hey, sup. Yo. This episode was insane. Heather's absolutely correct. Correct. Holy moly. Best episode of the whole series so far? Was it the best? Was it the best? I mean, it was great. It was crazy. I'm glad that we saw, like, you know, fucking what we saw. I don't know. The finale is still pretty high up there. The finale was crazy. Hey, Christian. Welcome. Let's go. Holy moly. If y'all had to rate the episode, what would it be? 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Also, of course, I don't know why we ever need to specify that. I feel like that's a given. The jump scare, heck yeah. Also, it's so crazy that people have videos out already. Must be nice. Must be nice to have screener access. That's all I'm gonna say. Must be nice, Apple. Still waiting. Love the jump scare. Heck yeah. 11, 10, 11. Ooh. Let's go. Anyone else craving marshmallows? Hell yeah. Although, I don't know if I want square marshmallows. Although, probably makes sense. It's probably the best form a marshmallow could take, truly. I don't think I ever want to eat just marshmallows. It's always in service to a s'more. The AV card on the cliff. Yeah, right. Did y'all have these in school? Like, this is literally the school cart. And it would always be a history class. And the history teacher would get upset and then push this in when people weren't behaving so that he didn't have to teach the class. Was that a just me experience? Bro was so off with the Helly Mark thing. True. They were giant marshmallows. True. Yeah, they she indulged. And I think with the grand themes of slavery and possibly relating all the way back to post-Civil War slavery trade in the Union States, there's some interesting stuff there, right? If they do view them as slaves, and she is truly there's a power dynamic there that is also interesting, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Also, probably dive more into it in the video. But it's she's the farmer's daughter in that moment, if you're catching my drift. We out here, a Lord, a giant marshmallows, hell yeah. I want to point out that this episode proves no proof that Helena was on the Severance floor, only that Helena was in the woods. Puerto Rico, my friend. You're hey, listen, I took some L's theory-wise this episode. All right, it's about taking those L's and continuing. I think this episode did show that it was Helena this whole season. Yep, brings back memories. Good evening, Childbox. Welcome, Miss Wong on the Thermamin? 10 out of 10? Thermamin. Shut the fuck up. It's been Helena the whole time. Oh, easy. Irv cooked. Oh my god. Honestly. Irving, like the look in Irving's eyes. I don't ever want anyone to look at me like that. Ben Stiwa says Helena's been posing since they came back in the after credit. When the marshmallows burned, the face of Kier looked like a skull. Ooh. Anne. Ooh. Milkshake in white. The whole crew was in all black. Maybe symbolic of slave masters. True. Helena, what an episode. Heck yeah. Helen D. Oh, my camera's not in a good spot. Let's just put that right there. Just put that like right there. Maybe we'll just... I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Irving is beyond based. True. Theremin was the instrument that Miss Wong was playing. Irv is a badass for sure. The show hasn't been predictable from the beginning, and that's what makes it so great. Flat pockets, very true. And that's the whole fun. That's the whole thing. Like I want it to be obscure, right? I want it to be like someone truly intricately thinking about the world and how to display it in just a cool, fun way. Helena is no prego now. It was now prego. Truly, honestly, that's the whole thing with like anytime you see people have sex in a show, I feel like that is the conversation. Like that there's just so many implications of what could come next when that enters it. I don't know. I mean, what episode 5, season 1 was like a big child pregnancy, lineage episode that kind of showed, where their brains were at, in terms of the long term. So pregnancy isn't out of the scope of the show in any capacity. And imagine that like she severs to go through her own pregnancy, and then we also get to see Helena as like maybe we see Helly as like just a brief existence while she's pregnant and then gets turned back off, kind of thing. Still so sure it's Helena. Also, Helena has no belly button, just saying. Ooh, true. It's strange that Helena, being who she is, would have no more protection. Yeah. You're cutting out, homie, the live feed. Oh, my camera? Yeah, that's a known issue. It's not really an issue. It's actually fixable, but I just like the idea, if that's what we're talking about. I just like that it's like a glitchy camera. I was trying to add like some cool effect with it, and then that started, and I was like, okay. I think it's a port issue. I think my computer has a port issue, so it is what it is. But I kind of like it. Feels like a cool little thing. Plus, I don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm just the dude in the corner. I'm just a little guy. All right. We got 65 people in here. So far, high remarks. All right. High remarks about this episode. But all of you, much like myself, suffer from recency biases. So every new episode that we watch is going to be like the best episode ever. So take what I'm about to say about everything with a grain of salt. This was a bomb-ass episode. I still think... I feel like I read things that like episode 4 was just going to be out of this world. And it was. It truly, like, Orbido, whatever it is, we'll get to it. That was cool. That was a great reveal. I am so curious if it's where we are, how they're operating, all of this. Like, at first I thought it was a simulation, and You know, then like Irving starts getting physical. Hey, why is the live chat going but video shut off? Are y'all trolling? Christian. Can anyone confirm that they can see me? Alright, let's see here. I don't know, after they figured out the OT contingency, you'd think they'd give a little more credit. True. Hit like y'all. Hey, let's go. Okay. He's trolling. Hey, okay, thank you, John. Anxiety's through the roof, thinking Irv is gonna freeze to death. Right? No, she didn't totally realize the danger. Video fine for me. Cool. Okay. So the first thing I actually want to focus on in this little collection of thoughts here is this moment right here. I need to turn this music down and turn this up. Okay. Whatever.
Believe he's free.
I truly respect.
Okay, so this whole scene here.
Nervous too. I keep thinking.
So
Could slip.
this is like this is, you know, the recap. This is them going through and selecting things that we need to focus on, that we need to remember for this episode, that give context in the grand scheme of information and everything that we've watched before past this point. So there's a reason every single time they have these intros, it's worth watching because it kind of adds to the theme. I'm sorry, it adds to like the feeling that they're going for this episode. And so when I'm watching this, I am kind of acutely honed in on what they're trying to get us to think about. And so she starts off saying, the surest way to tame a prisoner is to let them believe he's free.
The way to tame a prisoner is to let him believe he's free.
That's true.
And then they show us Mr. Milchick.
Really respect each and every one of you.
And to me, it was just like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, that's a weird cut, right? And that's a weird way to edit that, right? Like, man, if this whole thing, if this entire thing relates to Milchick's torture in some kind of way, that shit would be so fucking good.
And I don't want to be your jailer.
Right? Like, he is the one who thinks that he's free.
Maybe they're always really down here.
Right, okay.
Look for it, Dylan. Or maybe
You on the table.
Also, again, last episode, oh my god, dude. I had some issues with the video where I could not use as much of the like ending scene as I wanted. It's a pretty long sequence. And yeah, copyright is a bitch. But just so good. You know, like the first like 17 minutes of this, pretty slow. They do a good job of like creating this horror feel. I'm just trying to think about like what I'm going to actually talk about during this time. It feels like this next video might be a rather short video. Simply because there is like a good amount of time here. There we go. Good amount of time here that is, you know, simply building this world, letting us contemplate if it's real, us trying to figure out truly like what is happening here. Is it perception based? Is it a simulation? Is it what? And how they just pop into existence, right? Like, did their Audis walk out here? They're just like, you know what? You know what's gonna be fun? Outside versions of y'all. Listen to me. Let's walk into the forest. All right, in the snow. Everyone bundle up. We'll get matching uniforms, little cute little hats, okay? Cute little jackets. We'll be dressed to impress nobody. Is that what happened? How did they get out here? Y'all know that meme where it's like two people across the it's like a big pond, and it's like, hey, what's your name? And it's like Jonathan or something. He's like, fuck you, Jonathan. And the other guy calls back. He's like, hey, what's your name? And he fucking says whatever. I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. Explaining memes sucks. Oh my god.
What's happening? Where are we? I have no fucking idea. There's a path up the cliff.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Down there.
Also this. Hey, there's a path down there. Could y'all
You want me to...
yeah. Why are you assuming that I should go up there? Like, why? What are you talking about? Why should you come down here? Like, why is that the way? New memories. They're in the uncanny valley. Oh, like reintegration is one-sided. Riddle me this. Did Helena commit rape on Mark? Yeah, right. So like he couldn't properly consent. I don't know. I feel like rape is a pretty hard word. Did she? I mean, in some ways, every single time a innie has intercourse, it is. Especially if it's an outie with an innie. Right? Like, there's no way that you could ever properly consent. Although, at the same time, like, their perception is that they do, and they are. I don't know. That's something to contemplate, though. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in a while. Irving did nothing wrong. Please reintegrate. Yay. Robert Smith hacks my fucking dog. Why is Y thinking about you? Why are you thinking about me during the show? I think that's what you meant to say. You know, cause I'm pretty. At this point, who knows if they'll switch them back after what just happened? True. CSL, hey. How did they convince Audi Irving to go stand? That's what I'm saying. Doug, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way that Audi Irving just walked into the middle of this frozen lake. Like, what is happening here? What do you mean he did nothing wrong? I feel like the chat on YouTube is significantly slower than it should be. Or maybe I have some kind of setting. Helena committed statutory R, yeah.
I'm on the ice! I'm on the fucking ice!
Any Mark consented, but yeah, an Audi with an any is duplicitous at best. True. It's honestly one of those things where it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not cool. There's like proper verbiage and all that, but like we can all agree that it is icky.
I'm coming! Be careful!
That's what she said. How did he get there? How did he get there? How did he get there? What is this? This is a cool scene. This is such a cool scene.
It's very steep!
Hacks about a 2 to 3 minute lag between live and chat. Yeah, I just don't know why. Like, I have fiber internet. I'm pretty sure I have this set up correctly. Is that it doesn't feel normal. Like Twitch you get you can get a good back and forth going, but 2 to 3 minutes just does not feel right. John Turturro and Britt Lower both deserve Emmys for this episode. Unbelievable performance. Yay, true. Your video's lagging a bit for me. Same. Fuck. Actually, I might have trolled y'all. I might be trolling y'all. If what's happening, if we're describing, if y'all are using the word lag to describe the scene jumping, like both my camera doing that little thing, that's something that is I'm aware of. But also the goats glitching back and forth, that also skipping for you. What is happening? Oh man. Oh wait, I'm dropping frames. Yeah, I see it on this side. Okay. Buffering every few seconds. Try refreshing live or closing. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Thanks for hanging in with me. I dropped the bitrate by 33%. Refresh, close and reopening. Okay. It's a YouTube bug because it happened on the another live stream. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm gonna keep going. Please do keep giving me some feedback on quality stuff like that. Maybe the Hunger Games type. Okay. Stuff like that. If it is, yeah, it's really just whatever y'all are witnessing on your side.
Hurry!
And if anyone is good on network side, use those terms. I'm familiar with those terms. Lag is one of those things. Like, lag to everyone on the internet means so many different things. No lag in the video, spinning screen. Lag.
Where did you come from?
I don't know.
Like, is it artifacting? Is it buffering? Is it stuff? Oh, your voices too. Holy moly. Fuck. All right. Give me a second, guys. I have some theories. Refresh. I mean, I am seeing I'm seeing drop frames. Like, it's happening on my side too. Oh, man. All right. BRB, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to... Can I not? Okay, I guess I'll wait for the... I guess I'll wait for the 2 to 3 minutes to let me know if something is happening here. 65%. It's a bit better once I refresh, but Hackscam is still flickering and I'm still buffering. The camera thing is intended. Don't forget about the twin pointing people. Definitely part of the environment. All right, I'm gonna try to keep going again because it's gonna take a couple more minutes to get feedback if that's actually helped. I have a buddy living in my house right now who is also a streamer. If y'all want to go check out, okay. All right. Yeah, so I think what was happening is that Twitch link right there. That is my best friend. His name is Brandon. He is the Rubbish Random over on Twitch. It's not buffering or lagging anymore. Okay, that's what it was. So I was live. He went live, and yeah, we were like, wait a second. So that is, you know what? I'm still gonna blame Lumen though. And it looks like we're good to go. Yeah, if you want to go follow that man, you will see me playing video games on his stream with him at times. He is one of the real ones. It's better now. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I'm looking at. Let's drop some frames again. I truly cannot wrap my head around what is happening in this right now. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to go. Okay, so the first big thing, first giant thing. How did they get there, right? Like, how are we going to the point of Audis walking to middle of lakes, right? Like, is this like? So are they holding hands? I don't know. is this like proof that like there is like a third level, like I'm sorry, a third like persona mindset where you have just and reload the interface clear the round. Fuck, man. This is so tilting. Oh, I can't believe it. What is happening? It actually might not be anything. Actually, they could be downloading games. 1 second. Welp. Nobody's downloading anything. It could just be, it could be a service thing in the area. So yeah, so right now at the start of this episode, the thing that I want to focus on is how they get there, right?
Inside! Oh my god!
Like I think we're seeing them like pop into existence because that from their perspective, that's how they get here, but it feels like the only way that we get there with the current. I can't even hear a complete sentence. The stream needs Viagra. True. Audio is fine. Video smooth. Dude, I'm looking at the. I'm getting alerts on this side. Oh, this is so difficult. This is so. I have no idea what to trust. Like the feedback takes so long to get to me.
I mean, I knew there was no actual ceiling, but this is fucking insane.
This is a separate floor. You think so, Elwin? Do you think this is a separate floor? I feel like that would be crazy, but also like not impossible.
Hello?
Like the echoes do kind of seem. The echoes do kind of seem fake, but it could be like a. What's up, buddy? Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Nah, it's all right. Yeah, yeah.
What is that?
Also, thank you, man. All right. Big ass floor. Yeah, so like I truly think that it is possible that this is a floor. I think Outcome's Razor tells us that it's not, and it's just outside. But also, is that how Lumen operates? No, right? And the cooler thing would be if this was a floor. And y'all know me. I mean, I'm going for the cooler thing. There's something there. There really could be a floor. Like, it makes sense that it would be a floor for a few different reasons, but... Right, like, this, you create this in a skybox. You create this in video games. Stream is streaming. Okay. We're also probably thinking about our ambitions and too far linear away, and they are definitely doing all of that. It's true. Now you'd have to have like miles long, hold underground, giant screen, given the ratio tech. I don't think it's possible. I truly think, I truly think that it is probably outside right now. Bam, bam, bam. Man had Pornhub in the background, couple tabs at least. Oh fuck, bro. Let me see. No, we're good. Also, I live in Texas. There's no Pornhub here. Imagine that. Imagine. Imagine. Of all the things. Of all the things. This is so funny to me. This whole thing is just like so wild. Creepy, bro. Creepy. This entire episode did have a huge horror vibe. Like, definitely outside, but how did they get there? Wait, no Pornhub? True, right?
This is Mr. Milchick from...
Definitely outside. I think.
And I'm thrilled to welcome you to your first ever outdoor retreat and team building occurrence.
Ortbo.
This Ortbo is in response to your desire to see the outside world. With your Audi's blessings, you will spend the next 2 calendar days.
Wait, no, PD's map had team building on it, and they were in the build. Oh, John answers. John answers. John answers. I'm gonna write that down. Somewhere. PD's map also did have the mind on it. That like seems like we really need to know what that is.
Walking the meadows,
before season 2 is over.
Brambles and brooks that make up the Dieter-Egan National
The
Forest.
Dieter-Egan National Forest. Okay, let's sit in that for a second. Do we think the Dieter National Forest exists? Like, I want to say yes because, you know, they have like everything on lock and like, all the money in the world. But the story that we know is like he killed his brother. I mean, I guess it would make sense that the Egans would buy the forest or like turn it into a national park. Yeah, I really do think it just exists. It is cool. It really would be cool if all of this was underground and, you know, a skybox being simulated and all that. I just think we're kind of at the point where 4 episodes into, I think there's only 8 episodes this season, or maybe there's 10. Maybe there's 9, I don't know. But about halfway through the season, you know, things start getting more rooted in reality. Like, our theories have been kind of crazy so far, and we're going to reel that in a little bit after this episode. The truth you seek lies within the 4th appendix.
Kier dictated a 4th appendix in his final hours of life, a text of such sanctity
In his final hours of life.
that it is forbidden
Ooh, can you see their breath?
upon the severed floor. It's waiting for you in Scissor Cave, the very same grotto where Kier Egan tamed the 4 tempers for the very first time.
Dude, this shit is so creepy.
And do remember, stray not from Kier's path.
Oh, 10 episodes.
lest you royal nature's wrath.
Oh my god. Dude, this whole episode was so creepy.
There will be help along the way. Happy fortunes, MDR.
Happy fortunes. It's like Disney has so much property in Florida. We have no idea if Kier and Lumen and how big they are. It sounds on par with Disney. I totally agree. The 80s synth horror music, 100%. Wait, Kier said he entered the cave in his mind to tame the tempers, not a literal cave. True. Very true. Did anyone else hear the smoke monster sound effects from Lost as they walked into the forest? Did they? Did we? I don't know. I don't remember the smoke monster sound effect. I think I would. I think I would if I heard it again. B. Riley says also, how did they come down somehow? Right, it's like an elevator, unless they have a manual switchover. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Was that zoom unnecessary? Yes, it was. It was for the effect. It was for the horror. I love all the lost references in the show. Getting Westworld vibes though with the flies. Oh, true. What
the fuck is that?
Westworld used flies to great effect. Flies are freaky. Also, that fly walking over Dolores' eyeball, like, uncanny. Uncanny Valley.
It looks like Mark.
Milkchick. Had a Nextel walkie. It was whoa. Like a doofus, I've watched your last 2 live streams after the fact, so thought I should maybe watch them live from now on. Hey, Jim, welcome. Welcome, buddy.
Milchick said
Also not a doofus at all.
help along
I appreciate you being here.
I wouldn't trust a word out of that mountebank's.
Where did this come from? Also, I'm trying to remember. I think in season 1, I think Petey at some point says to never trust Milchick. Like Milchick always lies or something to that effect. I've been meaning to go back and find that scene to have this in my mind, especially for like the, what is it called? Milchick the Betrayer theory that I keep talking about and never making a video about. Also, yeah, I just don't have time, y'all. My goodness. It takes a lot of work to, 1, do this, and 2, get the whole video out in a week span. Like, stressful. But yeah, him having this like crazy.
Milchick said there'd be help along the way.
I wouldn't trust a word out of that mountebank's mouth.
Mountebank. A person who deceives others, especially in order to trick them out of their money. Mountebank. Historically, a person who sold patent medicine. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy. Ooh. Okay, so it's either a person who deceives others, especially in order to trick them out of their money, or a person who sold patent medicines in public places. Apparently there's some different... A charlatan who sells phony medicines from a platform. Okay. A fraud, a pretender, a sham, a fake, a charlatan, an imposter, a deceiver, quack! Alright, cool. Mountebank.
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 Not even televisually.
Also, televisually is so funny. Snake oil salesman, yeah. Also creepy. What the fuck? Like you can see the kind of maybe a little bit curve of his mouth in the video. Oh,
I don't like we have a lot of other options right now, Ralph.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that. Man hacks, Jaja. Hey, thought you weren't streaming tonight. Glad to see you. Thank you. Welcome. Glasgow Coma Scale. Frostarnamos. I butchered that name. Yeah, so Glasgow's Coma Scale was, I think somebody, might have even been you, commented this a few videos ago. Glasgow Coma Scale. It is a neurological assessment tool used to evaluate the level of consciousness in patients with brain injuries. It assigns points to 3 categories of responses: eye-opening, verbal response, and motor response. Scoring is 1 through 4 for eyes, 1 through 5 for verbal, 1 through 6 for motor, 6 being obeys commands, 1 being no motor response. Okay, so we have 3 sets of numbers that could correlate to... We've had 3 sets of numbers before last episode. Oh, lab. It was lab 501. Well, that doesn't really mean anything with this scale. I guess keep an eye out for a set of 3 numbers. If Glasgow coma scale is going to play into anything else, we're probably going to get that as a little Easter egg. Assuming it's anything other than just like a playful name to have like the switchover, or like a code name for the switchover. But yeah, if this Glasgow coma scale comes into play, that might be cool. I love the focus on the sky here. I'll see. I'm dropping far less frames, but I'm still dropping frames. Bro, I hate that. If they make a horror about aliens making a replica of you and hunting you down, that would deeply disturb me. Yep. Is it me or the clouds look like painting Cobelvig had in her office when she was a manager? I don't know. I actually want to make a note of that. I feel like I know what you're talking about. I think in like episode 1 we see it. Clouds in Portbow. Who said that? Mr. going to bed. We'll watch the whole VOD when I wake up. Good night from the other side of the Atlantic. Hey, Mr. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Sari Garcia. I'll look into that. About the clouds. Dietier. Glasgow. I'm butchering this. I just know that I am. Glasgow was the setting in the security. Yeah. How did this episode really happen? How did they get the Audis to the area in the first place? Jim, I'm going to be thinking about that for days. And it's so funny because, like, they don't need to explain it. Like, they really don't need to explain it. It's kind of the minor point here. But, like, we want to look into it because it's odd and obscure and could have more depth. But truly, this might mean nothing. Also like the way that the title popped up there. What was the dead thing? I think it was a seal, right? I didn't get a good look at it, but something about the last episode. I don't think the goat workers do not leave. I think they enter an elevator and are told that they left the building and just go back to work. I totally agree. I completely agree. Wholeheartedly agree. Because we talked about that in what, the first episode of this breakdown? Like, or maybe in the finale or something like that, where like the perception of the innies is simply that they go in an elevator and then pop back into existence when that elevator gets to their floor. But we don't know, or they don't know, that it's not going down first. Like every single day after work, it could just go straight down, where they do like a little inspection, and the code inspectors or something are literally just like TSA, and then they're like, oh, well, we're good, and then they send them up. But I do think, like, and with that, the thing that really fascinates me about them being out in the middle of nowhere and like popping back into existence is, I don't think in any reality the Audis would have ever just marched into the woods like this. Because again, why is Irving in the middle of a frozen lake? And you know, I saw that what that tells me is that there is like a perceptual. Oh, yes, that's my baby boy. That's my little guy. Hi, Biggie man. Wait a second, come here. Oh, okay, that's all right. He's a sleepy guy. There's a possible third, right? Like a third frequency alignment that just allows them to, you know, follow orders or something like that. But I also feel like that if that did exist, it could have already come into play, and them not using that already might be weird. It's possible, yeah. Did the clones have facial features? They look kind of blank to me. They looked blank to me too. They look like weird little guys. Oh, I saw Biggie Man. Speaking of weird little guys, everybody, this is Mortimus Maximus, first of his name, destroyer of treats. What's up, Bobo? Okay, thank you. There's a lot of more dog. Honestly, if I keep streaming, if I keep this up, first off, I'm probably gonna change the camera and the layout every single time. I just love doing this. Like, I don't know. You can just, I have like all this exact same amount of space, like one computer screen, all the way across the internet to your computer screen. And, I can fill this and create it in a billion different ways. Literally an infinite number of ways I can fill these pixels to create an image for you. I kind of just want to change it up every time. But the idea of having a dog cam and a cat cam, like just little guys right on top, like just like right. Oh, this is harder than it looks. Just like little guys, like right up there. They do like the clouds, like, oh man. Okay, so this does look generated. This does look like they have some kind of filter on it, making it look odd. And it could solely be for the horror aspect. It doesn't need to be a simulation. But it could be. It could be. And also the echo effect. When she's like standing out there yelling, I swear that echo effect, it's like they gave the Foley artist and the editor like instructions to make it a little off. Cause something about it. Something about it. Also, is that the sun back there? Right? Like, not saying your streams are lacking, but a dog cam would improve the viewing experience. Yes. I totally agree. Dude, and Helly's is the creepiest. Helly's is the creepiest. There's a couple times where... Yeah, I can't really tell from here, but like... I don't like it, man. Like, the way she's standing, it's like... The way she's standing, it's like they recreated a dead person. And, like... The general bone structure still works, but she's like kind of slumped still. Animatronics. Oh, it could be. Right? Like, why did she put her hand up there? Like, is her hip hurting? Dude. BS. Helly is given broke neck lady. Hey, BS, welcome. Good to see you and your profile pic. 2020 shopper for life. Okay. I'm losing comments. Patrick says, what does reintegration look like from the any perspective? Is this the next day at work and that one flash is the only thing any mark experienced? Is it slower for the innies? Patrick, that's probably going to be something that we talk about in length. I might have to sit down with that for a little bit. I think from their perspective, though, it's... I mean, I think if I think about the innie that existed after the reintegration with PD, I think the innie just didn't exist. Like, the innie only existed during the flashbacks or something. And now, yeah, I don't know about that. Timeline-wise, when did this happen? That's making my head spin. Yeah. I mean, okay, so we do have somewhat of a timeline, assuming that the reintegration is going to operate like a ticking time bomb, in the sense of like writing. We know that there's a finite amount of time before Mark is behaving like Petey does, and it's just unsustainable. So I think that this is relatively close to after the reintegration, and we're just now starting to see a little bit of the issues pop up. So yeah, I want to say it's recent, but we also don't know. Like, Ragabi was pretty confident. I just like, to me, Mark is doomed. Mark is absolutely heading for a bad time. Fairy Doom says, just watched the episode, and I was like, ooh, hey, Fairy, welcome to the chat. Nah, she's better at it now. True. True. Why did I doubt her? Why did I even doubt her? I thought Lumen was adamantly against them sleeping, but this episode showed otherwise. I mean, Mark also smashed this episode. I doubt that's in the employee handbook. Is there symbolism to Irv being on the ice and the rest of them at the top of the hill? Ooh, 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 ooh. I mean, it kind of seems like maybe they knew Irving was... Like, maybe they knew Irving was about to be cast out? Like, truly, why does he start all by himself in the middle of that lake? How? How the frick?
Wait.
And what's so funny is, like, the first, like, 17 minutes of this episode, I kept thinking, like, what am I going to talk about? Like, there's just like a slow creep into the meat of the episode, which was great for like the horror effect of it. But like, truly, even now, not much happens. But I do feel like I could sit and talk about the theories in which Irving could be in the middle of that lake for a little bit. This looks so creepy. Why is it so blurry? Paradise crossover? I'm not familiar. The main theme never appeared, no pedal tones either. I watched so far, but the score change, yeah. I love the theatrics. Also, later on when she like openly mocks Mr. Milchick and he's like, I feel like, you know, that's not what I expected from my old team. Helena. They found the cave too quickly too. Well, they were directed, right? For Dieter. Fuck, I'm never gonna remember. Dieter. I think it's Dieter.
Chapter 1. I was not born into this world alone.
So in the passage that we do see, also I'm dropping frames again. Ugh, come on, man. In the passage that we do see a little bit ago. Fuck, what does it say? It's like, it's when Kier is writing about his friend that he worked with. Oh, he calls his buddy, who is an amputee, a bosom buddy.
My mother's womb I shared with another.
And
a twin brother who was called Dieter.
Dieter.
You had a twin. That's what those things are.
Dieter. Wait a second. Pam Jam says Dieter is Kier. Imagine that Kier actually dies in the forest. Imagine if Kier was like the loved child and Dieter like killed him. Dieter was a chronic masturbator, and Kier was a goody two shoes, and so you know, Dieter had to get rid of the problem.
My bosom friend.
Yeah, the bosom friend.
But as we blossomed into boyhood, he beseeched me to take to the wood with him to live as paupers. My love for my twin unbalancing my judgment, I acceded and we ventured into the wood. Towards Rose Hollow.
Grayson says, half joking, but... And then let's scroll back up. Grayson also says Mark wasn't with anyone either, and he pointed out the path, so maybe the stagger. Yeah, I think they definitely did stagger them, especially if it was the Audis walking there, because like they couldn't just hold hands and walk there together. We know that they staggered them for some reason. I just don't know how Irving gets to the middle of the fucking lake. Like, what is that?
We're to walk in the brother's footsteps. He always crept like this, at this hour. Once concealed by Flora, my brother unfastened himself. The din of his fervor fell strangely into concert with the music of the wood. Every thrust found rhythm with the trill of the crickets, and the moaning of the wind, and the snowfall's yearly fall.
So, like, we know what happens here, but describing it as thrust is interesting. Right? Thrust is like, you know, hip thrusting. Not hand thrusting.
That night, an instrument of nature. And nature played Dieter with elegance. I had no choice
It's really strange how Kier... That's what I'm saying.
but to listen
That's what I'm saying.
as he spilt his lineage upon the...
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. First off, don't ever talk about your brother thrusting and then moaning and then winds and fervor and unfastening himself in the flora. Bro, like, he literally describes it as... Okay, Seth. Okay. Wait, does everyone else not thrust their hips when they... Just you? Yeah. Fuck, man. I mean, the way that, like, it's described beautifully. Every thrust, rhythm, trill. I'm not familiar with trill. I don't know if I understand it more. A quavering or vibratory sound, especially a rapid alternation of sung or played notes. Okay, so just... And rhythm with the crickets.
And the moaning of the wind.
That. I mean, I'm not... Dude. Every episode. Every episode I'm about to say some inappropriate shit.
And the snowfall's yearly fall. Dieter became on that night an instrument of nature. And nature played Dieter with elegance. I had no choice but to listen as he spilt his lineage upon the soil.
Hard as fuck to spill your lineage on SSRIs, am I right? Lost for words. Maybe bro hit the salt burn. Maybe, bro. Maybe. I know I wasn't gonna say, well, I decided I wasn't gonna say any more incest jokes because like I leaned in too heavy, and then I started getting comments with like super serious tones. They're like, incest is no laughing matter. Sure. No choice, but I'm telling you something is off about this. Weird way to start a book, true. I just, man. Fuck, I'm just gonna say it. It feels rapey. It feels icky. It feels like, you know, there's a lot of talk of nature and like it's a thing that had to be done and secrecy and two brothers going out into the woods. Maybe there is like some kind of weird power dynamic that they're yet to reveal in the same way that like Helena and Mark had sex, and it's like, yeah, but also there's no way that he consented to having sex with you because, you know, he wanted to have sex with the other person, but they're in the same body. Oh god, that whole thing is so weird. Something is off here. We'll see how much of this I talk about in the video. Also, he looks so like something is way off with Irving here. Like his head looks too tall. I wish I had like this in the software so I could zoom in and get closer to this, but something is up here. Actually, I think I can. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, looks like that's about as far as we're going. Yeah, something is off with these guys.
Now there's a me one.
Oh, did I say Irving? I honestly confuse Irving and there's no way it's AI. What am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? Dude, it literally looks like a video game. Like it I swear on my life, it looks like a video game. Like it's rendering like low poly versions of them. Also, look at these little hands. Look at these creepy little hands. Like creepy little hands growing things. I got creepy little hands here. Also, this feeling, so random. Run your finger along this. One of the best feelings in the world. And it'll break off. You have this like whole thing. You just throw it on the ground and it breaks apart. Oh, gimme. I want to break this. Notice their clothing is Russian. Mark's watch is Russian. Yeah. Also, Russian literature was taught by his ex-wife. The hands, creepy hands, the best. Lumen cradle confirmed. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Edward. That's what I'm talking about. It all comes back to the cradle. Thinking animatronics, like Gwendolyn Y said, it was in her patootie wing. I really thought they were balloon-like things, like from the intro. They once saw 4 of them. Might be human body doubles, yeah. I honestly, it looks like they're rendered. It looks like, I want to, yeah, it looks like they're rendered. It looks like they're fake. But again, I really need to see it up close. But I mean, that's the reason that you keep it far away.
You okay?
Like it's not meant to be obvious. It's meant to make us have this conversation.
Just wish I knew where we were going.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Helena. Fuck you. Yeah, I wish we knew. I wish, I'm just so lost and confused, and I'm just so stressed. I wish I knew. Also, I was so wrong about Mark. He is pussy whipped. He is absolutely pussy whipped. He suspected nothing. They're stuffed like people? Yeah. I thought they would have been more curious about their doubles. I know. Flat. 100%. Why? Why would you not want to go up to them right away and be like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck is that? Printed bodysuits? Could be. Honestly, what if they're just like, what if it's like a green suit, like a green screen suit, like head to toe? It's just like painted on. Their faces are painted on the suits. It's just like a random dude who like looks similar to their bodies. Oh, crossing over. Cool. Cool little transition there. They told them not to stray from the path. Morph suits, yeah. Yeah, Irving reintegrated. Yeah, Irving reintegrated is a great theory. Ragabi said that she was better at the procedure. Irving was kind of direct. Like, if Irving reintegrated, could Irving have reintegrated? I mean, anything's possible. Did they do enough build up for it? That I don't know. But he was really direct. John says, wait a minute. That was 3 minutes ago, so I'm not sure.
What were you and Helly talking about back there?
This is the first time outside like this. The book, the cave, the TV without power source. The doubles are the least of the weirdness. True.
When?
John, wait a minute. Mark was standing on top of the ice mountain just like Kier did. Yep. When he hit the 100% of the file, are they in a computer? Honestly, I expected that I'm so glad you said that. I had the same thought when he was standing on the cliff. I literally thought he was going to fly. I thought he was going to jump off the cliff and turn, like, do the T pose and then fly, just like we saw Kier do in the animation and when Helly finished that file.
I don't trust her.
The whole thing, it feels like a video game. It feels like a... dude, I don't know. Like, what's the cooler thing? If they can, like, just buy part of the world and turn it into whatever they want it to, or if they recreated software.
Night gardeners? It's clear you do not have an objective perspective due to your feelings for her.
My feelings for her have nothing to do with anything, okay?
And this was weird. Like, what is this? What is this?
Whoa.
If Irving didn't say, or Mark didn't say it was a seal, I would have known. But also, the fact that they don't know what dead things look like is cool. I truly don't know where you're getting a seal from.
The fuck?
They ended up in Westwood.
What is it?
I don't know.
So how do they know what seals are?
Looks like a seal?
Why does it look so messed up?
That bird flying away, dude, I don't know. What the fuck? What is this? What does it mean? What does it mean? Let me in! They ended up in Westworld. Hell yeah, brother. Irving wanting to eat it grossed me out, honestly. Hey, Fairy, how are you liking the show? It's pretty hype, right? Seal equals C. It could be. It is glitching. Yeah, so the camera that you're seeing, I'm gonna say that it's an artistic choice, but between you and me, and keep this between us, the port on my computer's going bad. Okay? And I only have one port left. I only have one USB port. It was this or nothing. So I gotta figure out what to do for next stream. But I kind of like the glitch though. It's like a I don't know, a little unique thing.
Maybe this is what dead
Directed
things
by
look
Ben
like.
Stiller. Yeah, it reminds me, reminds
eat
an
it.
escape room. Irving is a real one.
Pardon me?
True.
We don't know if there's food waiting
No, he is. He's like, we should eat it.
at the hollow. We don't even know where we are.
They can't let anything happen to us. It's an Ortbo, outdoor retreat team building occurrence, right, Mark?
We don't know what this is.
Dude, I'm gonna think about if this is inside or underground for the rest of my life. Like, I truly can't get over the fact that PD's map had a fucking note about the team building space, and now this is directly called for team building and the oddities of the environment, and also
We don't know anything.
Irving, calm down.
Mark, did you wake up in the middle of a frozen lake? No. You were on a goddamn cliff, away from any goddamn danger. I woke up about to fall into water and freeze to death. All right, as a little foreshadow of me about to murder my the savior of this company, Helena. So yeah.
We all know you had a bad experience last time you were outside.
Who said I had a bad experience?
Oh my God.
What did you tell him, dumbass?
Nothing! What the fuck?
Let's just get to the hollow.
Irving was angry. Honestly, this whole part, I'm gonna wag my finger a little bit. This whole thing, writing-wise, I feel like could have been changed a little bit. Like, he is just so aggressive. Irving is just so aggressive. I didn't like the dumbass thing. It didn't feel natural. Like, there could be reasons for doing all this.
You don't know anything.
But also, like, Mark calling out directly that he had a bad experience and to stop yelling. And also, why is Audi or why is Irving yelling at all?
Waiting at the hollow.
And why is he questioning if there's food or not? Like, I mean, he is perceiving it in a different way. Like, we know that because of the way he hears the story and truly just is in it. He's there. He gets offended and upset with his team members because they're not letting the magic of the story exist in the place that they are. So it does seem like he's just taking it much more serious.
They can't let anything happen to us.
It could be Audi Irving.
It's an Ortbo, outdoor
Fuck, dude, it could be
retreat
Audi.
team
It
building
could be
occurrence,
Audi
right,
Irving.
Mark?
We don't know what this is.
Oh, dude, y'all are convincing me of every theory again.
We don't know.
All right, let me go through comments. Kabbalah Sherry, I'm starting to wonder if it's a simulation straight up. Once they get those chips put in their heads, anything goes, and how are they seeing doubles of themselves? Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. Honestly, there's so much with the chips in their brains and the networking, and something feels off. It feels like anything goes, really. This probably isn't a simulation. Cobell scene kind of showed how vast the town of Kier is. To some extent. Truly, Occam's razor is simply that it's outside. Any Irving received the message. True. Well, I think any Irving's mission was to get the image of the hallway, make the team focus on that. And now that Dylan has that, it seems like that's where we're, mission accomplished.
Anything.
I do like the reintegrated Irving theory. The small creepy woman nightmare feel.
Irving,
True.
calm
Something
down.
to note, Miss Wong is not
We
faced
all know
by
you
being
had a bad
outside.
experience last time you were outside.
Who said I had a bad experience?
I just
Oh my God. What did you tell him, dumbass?
Nothing! What the fuck?
so here's my thing. Okay, here's my thing. Dylan is like the voice of reason in like 90% of the scenes. And he's like, what the fuck is happening, right? Because it's uncharacteristic behavior. Like,
I had a bad experience. What did you tell him, dumbass?
Nothing. What the fuck?
Let's just get to the hollow.
they didn't even want to nibble it. They didn't even want a little taste of dead, rotting seal. Losers. The room could be underground, so it's part of like a half simulation. Yeah, no, I totally think you could write this being underground 100%. Plus, like the scale. The scale of underground. Even in reality, the amount of real estate in which exists above our heads and below our feet is so much that we could probably redesign cities in such a way that we could go up or down and drastically cut travel time in many different ways. Yeah, like we would have like a subterranean existence, but you know, taking like large elevators or like ferries that work on tracks, like vertical tracks, in a similar way to get up and down these giant things. It's possible. You look at Foundation. Foundation does that well. Shows like how crazy, and also how crazy like the wealth disparity could be as you get lower into the earth. Cool little ditty. I don't think herb is reintegrated. Do not consume if seal is broken. Ray. I see what you did there. That was good. Just watched episode 4. DJ, welcome. Phil Forrest, nerd. Got him. Irving's chip is when... yeah, Phil, you are a nerd. Okay. Group could be... Yep. Kabbalah like something that BS says, is this a testing floor? It could be the testing floor. Honestly, that I feel like that is going to be the way that we see the testing floor, is from the perspective of someone there, and then... boom. Yeah, and then we're like, oh, we've been watching the testing floor the whole time. That's why I kind of feel like, well, a lot of maybe what we're seeing in the floors and stuff like that is also the testing floor, like running through iterations to get a perfect outcome. I think we saw something similar in Westworld with like the cradle, or one of the many simulation things that existed in that show, or Rehoboam. Miss Wong could be a robot, could be. Watching the steamy scene, I was thinking Helena takes one for the team. She violated him. Yeah, I truly think that I truly think that she sleeps with Mark, and it's not cool in terms of like a power dynamic. Like, she violated that man. It's almost like nope. The internet does not need every thought. The world's tallest... Dude, she is... No. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
That's why we provided the very same for each of you.
Fuck you all, I was right.
Yeah, talk that shit.
Mr. Milchek. This is the tallest waterfall on the planet.
Yes, sir.
You have followed the path of Kier and Dieter.
It kind of looks like Helly's head is like a little tilted or something.
Enreached woes hollow. You stand upon sacred earth.
Also, I love his look. In my wedding with that commenter Fairy Doom, who was in chat here, we're now divorced. But in my wedding, in that wedding, I had a white suit. She was gorgeous.
We're starving, Mr. Milchek.
She was gorgeous. He's also a much bigger man.
Are you?
It's crazy how life works.
I thought the waterfall's grandeur would satiate you.
This felt so creepy.
I'm teasing, of course.
Yep. My humor is impeccable. Yep. I was just memeing. That's just me. I just memeing. I'm a memeing guy.
Right this way.
I love that like his boss is right there. And in this episode we learn that he does know the whole time. Yeah, that right there. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. So these are something. Man. These are something. Also, like time moving like that, like is it a time lapse, or is like that literally the time moving when they're not looking, right? Like, because it could be a simulation. It was all a dream. I'll be annoyed if it's just a dream. It's a faux pas in writing. Nah, Liz, I think you can do it was a dream. You can do that shit well. Many things have done it well. I think the reason that we often think that it's cheap now is because it's been done so many times, but I feel like there's still ways to do it. It's the same, it's literally like any kind of simulation theory, any kind of like, oh my god, what, oh my god, what is the philosophy quote where it's like dealing with identity and dreaming and, oh, I'm blanking. Somebody has to know. All that to say, if this is all a dream, it's risky because it's been overdone, but it's not inherently bad. This is cool. I want to glamp here. I truly actually do want to glamp here. Be so sick.
Long has been readying the grill, for which we brought in copious luxury meats.
Copious luxury meats.
The fire will be used for marshmallows and a recital later. The tents, as you can see, are MDR blue.
Thank God.
And the outhouse.
Thank God. I'd have been pissed. I'd have thrown a temper tantrum if they were anything but.
Is stocked with 4-ply washroom tissue.
As it should be. Wow, look, he's so happy. He's a happy guy. He's back. The star. The star. Look at him rooting over there. Look at him doing his little thing. That's a good dog right there.
Wow. Wow indeed, Heliar. Also, for your comfort,
I love that little man, guys.
Torches, which can provide.
But he also has a licking problem. He will just sit there and lick my fucking, like he's licking his paw, but then he'll miss and literally soak the bed. Make all these little wet spots all over the freaking bed. All right. Copying bodies is significantly easier than copying minds. Kind of reminds me of Pantheon AMC. Yeah, I totally agree. Man, we've been talking about like that since like the start of Westworld, or even when we're talking about like the emotional intelligence part of it, like Analytical intelligence will be the first thing that we are able to recreate in AI in reality. Emotional intelligence will take quite a while because we still don't even fucking know what that means.
Both a heat and a light source.
Nope. Why not say she's from Lumen? Jen, good question. Jen says, like Hunger Games. Jen says, if they're inside, where the hell is Irving walking until he hits the wall? I honestly,
cool,
like...
right?
Fuck, dude. It feels like... Dude, it's gotta be inside, right? It's gotta be inside. It's gotta be like big giant thing with like a, you know, virtual roof, like Truman Show type thing.
Lovely.
It feels like the Truman Show. It feels like the Hunger Games. Cobell.
Irving?
Enter.
Made you a snow seal.
So, never trust someone who makes snow seals.
Irving?
Enter.
In case you were hungry.
I feel silly for suggesting we eat that animal.
Can't trust nobody.
Suppose it sounded alarmist. I feel silly for suggesting
We were all a little.
Dude, Irving might be reintegrated. Irving might be reintegrated. It would be so good and smart to do it this way because, like, he's not the focus. He just gets so aggressive. He's so forward. And he, like, solves things so quick. Irving offers her one last olive branch here. He doesn't want to be right about this. You can tell it's beautiful acting. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out if it's like, if it's a pacing thing, if we're like kind of moving through this quicker for, you know, to hit major parts. Or if there's something off about him.
What did you really see during the overtime contingency?
Like, that felt natural. I told you, do not ask again.
It's okay.
I'm not even playing. All right. I am your mom. I am your mother.
It won't change anything.
We out here. Hey, Lord. CSL. Irving is a badass. True. That and they switch him off and he stays the same. Even the way they speak seems off. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And it could be us like way too into the show and we're like noticing like differences in pacing and stuff like that. There is a point in which we could like love the show too much. Because ultimately we're like setting unrealistic standards in which anybody could write to. But yeah, I think there's either something with the pacing happening here or there is something just truly off with Irving. Also, her haircut. A little goofy. Haircut. Who did he leave that voicemail for, I wonder? I'm thinking Ragabi. It seems like the reintegration takes time because we only see Mark have that one flash in the episode, so maybe Irving is further along in the reintegration process. It could be. It could be. I think the thing that I get stuck on... The thing that I get stuck on with Irving being reintegrated is that... Assuming it happens before Mark, we know that PD dies. The only thing that we have hope that Mark doesn't die is if the quote-unquote I got better at this and whatever that looks like was, like something changed and she was just suddenly not able to keep people alive after the thing. But if he got reintegrated, then it seems like he could be on his way out in general. Like if he was reintegrated in that process, he could be outskis in the same way that PD was. And I just don't know if I see that happening. Oh wait, I missed the thing that I want to see. There was a look that she gave, and my first watch, I was like, that, dude.
Okay.
That, she's taming some tempers right there. They didn't even hint at Irving getting reintegrated. Yeah. But I mean, that's both why it's good. What if Dan Erickson is in chat, but sneaky? Oh my God, Liz, are you Dan Erickson? Somebody go through and read every single thing that Liz Drew wrote. Tell me if that's Dan Erickson. Okay. I keep looking away. I just want to see her face. I'm about to get copyrighted here. Okay. Playing too much of the scene. Oh, dude, it's so good. Look at her. Okay. Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Acting! Acting! It must be so fun to be an actor. I was so sure she was about to kill him. That's what I'm saying, dude. Dude, that look and Felicia's look. How do you know about the exports hall? Like, ugh. Explains the paintings. Maybe Irving seeing the black melting part was through... Oh. Maybe the black ooze was part of his reintegration.
Dieter lay unwashed in his bedroll.
DJ! Hit me!
Though the Hollow's pool was primed for bathing. We ate of the hare we'd caught and told each other rhyming jokes till our gullets ached.
Fuck, dude. I'm still thinking about Dieter and Kier boning. I feel like it happened.
The thought tickling my mouth emerged.
I feel like you described that in that way and for one purpose, and it's because you have a dark truth that you're trying to let the world know. And and yeah, and that's the only way.
We must return to Father, I said. But I promised to look after you in the ether mill. When at last a sound came from him, it was a bewailing whimper.
A bewailing whimper.
I suppose that we be woodland poppers.
My
forever.
gullet is aching. Midnight snack. Don't eat the Kier mellows.
I was looking
Quick
at
rhyming jokes, go. B. Riley, I swear I was trying to figure out what quick rhyming jokes were.
It popped from the socket.
Honestly, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's all I want to know.
Driven by a sudden torrent of pus from his skull.
Okay. Let me lock in. Let me talk to chat first. Now, we saw that Audi Irving was purposely staying up late, drinking coffee, painting over and over again, so as any would, yeah. Yeah, Kabbalah, I'm in that court as well. I still think that his operation was to get his innie to see that image, and he was doing the most to make sure that it happened. I'm surprised Kier didn't call Dieter's bed crusty Okay. The crusty sock. If it is Helena, that means she knows that she didn't have anyone on the outside who recognized that she wasn't herself at the gala, and Irving immediately knew it wasn't really Helly. Yeah, chess mess. I find Kier's story about his brother's death interesting. I assume what actually happened is that he killed his brother by drowning him, so he couldn't hear the screams. Yeah. Dude, honestly, earlier someone brought up the idea that Dieter was the one who killed Kier and like took over Kier's body. Like, you know, they're twins. You know, just was like, hey, you're the favorite, so it's my turn.
And he reached up to the socket.
Okay, but I do want to lock in here. I need to understand what I'm hearing.
I was looking at him when his eye came out. It popped from the socket, driven by a sudden torrent of pus from his skull.
Dude, it's so morbid, but I'm just gonna say this. I really feel like Dieter might not have been a good brother and got a little sexually physical with Kier, and Kier killed him. I'm thinking that's where my mind is here.
And he reached up to grasp at his hair, which was suddenly moss that tore easily from his bleeding scalp.
Good heavens.
And as the pus from his eye...
Dieter's brother alive, no minimum, could add to the theory of Dieter being Kier. I also thought it was possible that it was written by Rickon. I did too. Shane, yeah, I had that thought too. Like, it's just something about the way this was written. It's kind of goofy, but also...
thickened into sap. I turned from my gargling brother and walked to the pool of the hollow, where I knew the waterfall would drown out my brother's cries.
All right. So what we know is that they're in the bushes. Kier has a lot of information about his brother's thrusting to the rhythm of crickets. Kier is not happy with this happening. His twin brother. Y'all, you know what is so funny? I have a twin living with me right now. I could go. Oh my god. I mean, I need to know. Fuck, dude. Something is up with this.
It's actually really smart.
And it, where I knew the waterfall would drown out my brother's cries.
Yeah, so like that, like, he doesn't try to save him, right? He doesn't go to offer help. He doesn't go to get anybody. He lets him die.
It's actually really smart.
And it was here that I first encountered the Temper Woe. A gaunt bride, half the height of a natural woman.
Half the height of a natural woman feels like it has something to tell us there. Half the height of a natural woman. Like, I don't think they're talking about dwarves. I think they're half the height of a natural woman. Okay. He kills his brother. I truly think he kills his brother. One brother killed one brother. Right? Because why wouldn't he go for help?
It's actually really smart.
Why wouldn't he go for help? He just like goes to the... Oh, dude. He doesn't want... I feel like Kier describes... I feel like Kier describes going into the woods as like a thing that his brother wanted to do. So he sees his brother dying. He should want to like go out of the woods to get help. So why does he just go to the waterfall and let his brother's cries go unheard?
It's here that I first encountered the Temper Woe.
The Temper Woe. So like, yeah, like Chris, exactly. Yeah. Oh. Like you have woe if you regret something, right? Great sorrow or distress, troubles, burdens, misery, distress, unhappiness, burden, tribulation. Doesn't necessarily mean like he feels guilty, but he does have deep grief about it. However, his brother died, like, truly impacted him, and then he had to deal with one of the 4 things that he thinks make up emotion. And that's whoa. Whoa. Deep, bro. Whoa.
A gaunt bride, half the height.
Gaunt bride, half the height of a natural woman. I mean, Miss Wong is a child, so half the half the height of a woman. So it's a big baby. There's some perspective stuff happening here. Waterfall in the background. Dude, like, why does Helena go to the waterfall? Why does Irving go to the waterfall? Creepy. Creepy. Why does that also kind of look like... Maybe Helena? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. That jawline something. That head shape too. That head shape does look like Kier. She this now. He's like, whoa. I thought you were chill like that.
She spoke to me directly from her eyes.
Such a creepy way to describe that. I think that was the moment where I thought Rickon could have been writing this, because, like, you know, your eyes don't speak, but also they do. How do I want to describe that? You just gotta write stuff like this with intention, and if the reader knows that you're writing it with intention, then it doesn't sound goofy. But if we're looking at this through the lens of Rickon writing this, then yeah, like, your eyes speaking is just bad writing.
And said,
but nonverbal communication, right?
She spoke to me directly from her eyes and said, "This is your doing."
She said that. She said that with her eyes. She said that. Hack still thinks Dieter's real. True. Yep, there's no brother. Wait, I'm too focused. Exactly, no brother. A familial holy site. Could be. That'd be cool. Hax is falling for Lumen propaganda. True. Dieter was a robot. Hey, I'm liking where y'all are at.
You suffered his walk.
Helena was at the waterfall to have a cig. True.
Now he's no one's brother. Only chaos's whore.
Okay.
No one's brother.
And before somebody ruins the ambiance, let's...
She spoke to me directly from her eyes and said, "This is your doing. You suffered his wantonness."
You suffered his wantonness. A noun that means a lack of restraint or control or behavior that is intentional and shows disregard of consequence. Dude, I think that he... Yeah. Oh no, dude. Oh my god. Kier had a traumatic moment. He was sexually assaulted by his brother. He kills his brother. He hides. And then he sees someone, like a temper, right? Where he now understands that, well, he's blaming his brother. He's like, you know, he deserved this. He did this thing. He died, you know, because he couldn't control himself, because he couldn't have restraint. And then Kier grows up knowing how important it is to control that temper. Like, whoa. As a thing that if you have discipline over, you can make the world your appendage. I do find it so hard to believe that it's actually about masturbation.
Oh, he's no one.
Especially like two boys.
One's brother. Only chaos's whore.
And yeah, this solidifies it for me. Chaos's whore is that's a pretty impactful statement there. I don't think you describe whores as or you know, chronic masturbators as whores, unless you're talking about me, baby. Hey, just a heads up for everyone. Josh Allen won MVP. That's crazy. Lamar Jackson should have won MVP. One boy hacks. I don't know, where's everyone getting this that there's no brothers? There might only be him, but hacks to speak in Cantonese. She said that they thought I was gay. What are you talking about? He's no one's brother. There is no brother. Beanies need to accept that their outies are not them. Ooh. KS is the ladder, blah, blah, blah. True.
The end.
Wasn't that a fun little tale, guys? Wasn't that like a fun little thing we just did together? Just so fun and quirky and... Oh my god, so fun.
Perhaps in the morning we'll have time for the next chapter.
If your Dieter theory is correct, given what Helena did to mark this episode, sexual assault runs in the family. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's a reason that we have, like, statutory rape happen in this fucking episode.
Kier and the thieving nanny.
I really want to know what that's about. He ain't hear me, Thomas. Keep up the good fight. I hear y'all. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Read the one before. Okay, I read the innies need to accept that their outies are not them. I think that's truly great. No, you're going too far, hacks. No, I'm telling you I'm not. Or maybe I am. Innies have never slept or dreamt before this. Nate. So true. Except for Irving. 300 viewers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is this so difficult? Oh my god. I'll never address it again.
Creepy.
Did his brother really die that way, Mr. Milchick?
The handbook enriches our work with tales of...
Welcome to the chat.
the founders.
I think I saw your name before too.
Every word is truth.
Vanity. Never give up. They might not. They're like, I'll truly sit in contemplation of the idea that there is not another brother. Axe just touched 120 people out of existence. Oh, dude, I just like observed the quantum fucking thing and made it a state.
Helly.
What?
Heliar. Helly.
Axe is the real refiner. True. Bro, just that snapped.
Heliar.
Fuck, man.
He melted, right? He turned into the forest because he masturbated.
Heliar.
I'm sorry, guys. I need to go back. I need to know. I need to understand how he died.
The height of a natural was here. Knew the waterfall would drown. From his eye thickened in his hair, driven by a sudden. I was looking at him when his eye came out. It popped from the socket, driven by a sudden torrent of pus from his skull.
It does really feel like he pushed him off a cliff. And like the brother mid-air turns around and then like makes eye contact with Kier as he hits the ground. And then, you know, eye pops out. The sudden thing of pus coming through is interesting.
And he reached up to grasp at his hair.
Like he hits the ground, he's stunned.
Driven
He's
by
like
a sudden torrent of pus.
like his body still has like some kind of motor function. The sudden trust, like if there's only two people, it seems, and you're making eye contact, you had to push him off a cliff. That's why we have like all the like they. Maybe that's why Irving starts on the ground, but Mark is on top of the cliff. Maybe that's the cliff that he pushed him off. Pus is symbolic of disease or sickness, the tempers.
Hair, which was suddenly
That's actually a really good point, the way that they designed the four tempers.
moss that tore
Relates to like
from his bleeding.
like an actual medical thing that we used to do, like fucking 1,000 years ago or something. Vanity, I'm not. It was just Kier's woe being tempered hacks, no actual death involved. Live, no cover, pus, no blood. Yeah, the pus. So the pus, I think, relates to like the Shakespearean. Hold on, where is that? Shakespeare pus. Fuck, what is it? It's like a Shakespeare. No, four tempers. Four humors. Humors, that's what I'm talking about. Blood, phlegm, bile, black bile, and yellow bile. Body's four humors were believed to control your personality in Shakespeare's day. Do this for pus. So phlegm, I think, was too much phlegm. All the tempers have their good and bad sides. I might do a whole video about this, to be honest. I wanted to do it before season 2 started. But now with this idea of the brain frequencies identifying like a personality, it feels like maybe we could be in a, honestly, real talk, internet. I don't fucking know. I don't get the brain frequency things at all. It feels like we are able to observe some kind of data that could be indication of an internal system and how our brains work, but I don't think controlling the frequencies is the thing. I think that there's a system that we're trying to tap into, and the exhaust is the vibration, is the frequency, is like the thing. I don't think like fucking with your frequencies is going to do anything. I think trying to get to the thing that causes the frequencies and improving the body through that means to improve the frequencies is the way forward. But it feels like it's maybe the same exact thing here, where like in Shakespeare's time, medical doctors were telling you that you had too much black bile in your body and would drain your blood, you know, or you had too much phlegm, and so you would be like a negative Nancy. There was also like a, you know, a hot and cold system where you were either hot tempered or a pacifist or something. Honestly, it might do some good to make a video about this. All that to say though, I'm in the camp that he, like the pushing of his brother and the pus that comes out, it probably does relate to that. But
and he reached up to grasp at his
I'm literally
hand.
seeing him on the ground, like just understanding that, like just it kind of in shock, reaching for his head, and then
which was suddenly.
I'm so high I can't get what you're saying. Yeah, true. Too far. Hey, true. Maybe the brain is the mind, the humors of the body getting severed affects both. Could be. Missed it again. Van Nit T. Listen, there's two brothers, bro. All right. I'm dying on this fucking hill now. Tax can't be taxed, so I can. Max is trying to tame his tempers. True. Always. The story is entirely constructed to get them to see their outies. He's not a communist. He's a collective. True, I am the collective. Hax, are you doing this on purpose? Going to sleep. Liz, Drew. Liz, I'm pretty sure that you are Dan Erickson. Thank you for being here. I'm not high, but it feels like I am after that episode. Okay, suddenly there was moss that tore easily from his bleeding scalp. Yeah, moss. Dark. He was pushed into a dark, moist place. The cave. Or the bottom of the cave. If there's stuff around... Or the waterfall. Maybe like at the bottom of the waterfall. He pushed him off the waterfall. He 100% pushed him off the waterfall.
From his bleeding scalp.
Good heavens.
And as the pus from his eye thickened into sap, I turned from my gargling brother and walked to the pool of the hollow, where I knew the waterfall would drown out my brother's cries.
Maybe he was by the waterfall? I don't fuck no. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And
okay. We talked about this already.
And the thieving nanny.
Digital projection, he doesn't exist.
Creepy.
Did his brother really die that way, Mr. Milchek?
Night Dan, night Liz.
Enriches our work with tales of the founder's life.
Dieter is 100% real. True.
Every word is truth.
Every word is truth. See, here's my thing. Here's why I think that he could be real. So in the season finale, Helly has a line where she's talking to the world about, you know, the reason that she severed, and she's saying, "I'm sure that my dad wants me to come up here and say that I'm doing it because of, you know, Kier and this grand image or something like that. But the truth is it's just a cool job." But it feels like she just doesn't know. Like, it feels like the cooler thing is if there is truly like a grand dark past, and even her doesn't fully understand the complete scope of like how crazy this gets, and she feels like she has this ability to I love that y'all are arguing or debating or fucking polling over if there is a brother or not. Oh fuck, man, this is too good. What do I do? What do I do? I think I've already convinced myself. Sorry, Vanity.
What?
Nope, it's allegory. Small. Something can be small and true, not capital T. True. Kier and Dieter are like Gollum and Smeagol, two sides of the same person.
He
Also could be.
Because he masturbated.
Also, I talked about what's stopping them from getting into the office and just jerking off at their desks all day long.
I mean, seriously, that's
I'm glad we're talking
the
about it.
dumbest thing I've ever heard. He turned into the forest because he masturbated. I mean, seriously, that's actually the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Right? He jerked off in front of his brother.
And here's the thing. Every family has secrets, and it feels like what she is doing here is covering that secret. Like, they know the truth.
And he got punished for it.
Why can't you say that?
He just said it.
Hey Lord, night deuces. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Dieter and Kier could be the origin of Innies. Having a different name, yeah. There's a brother as allegory for woe. I feel like the thing, like, whatever happens here is the most important thing is that he learned one of the tempers. Like, whatever happened created an environment in which he either fabricated or thought that he saw or had a visceral reaction and truly saw this thing that educated him, that introduced him to woe and why it needed to be tempered. And it being described as like a half normal sized woman is...
We don't understand.
I don't know. I'm talking in circles at this point. Hacks, go ask the twin. We need the truth.
The team I thought I knew would have processed more thoughtfully. Miss Wong.
Okay, this part.
The team I thought I knew would have processed more thoughtfully.
That shit is so good. Like, he's like, Helena, I need you to reel it the fuck in right now. Okay, reel it in. Like, bring it back. You're about to lose it. You're kind of going crazy right now. I literally just realized innies and outies are both types of belly buttons. Yeah. Brennan, Brianna. Oh, Brennan. Okay. Kamala says, see, I think the story is allegory, though. Saying shit like he spilled his legacy on the ground could mean masturbation, sure, but does it? Exactly. It could also be like he killed his brother, or he threw away his legacy. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Miss Wong.
There's a biblical story about Onan spilling his seed on the ground, but I forgot the upshot. I forget the upshot. No pun intended. Nice.
Some marshmallows, please.
It's like a band name because the brother that's not even Irving heard of doesn't exist.
Throw them in the
Vanity.
fire.
I love your conviction.
Mr. Milchick.
So I love Into the flames!
Throw them in the fire.
Mr. Milchick.
He's like, wow, you took that shit too far. We didn't need all that. Like, we're just chilling. We're goofing. We're new boot goofing.
Now, Miss Wong.
She's like, can I get one? I spent all day walking these here.
Why?
I put these in my backpack. I had to carry these.
Marshmallows are for team players, Dylan. They don't just hand them out.
Oh, dude, that look is so scary.
Good night.
It's so funny. Helena's not getting it. Those marshmallows bothered me. Yeah, them being square is just so weird. Marshmallow burning was deliberate. They were only there as a punishment.
Wow.
You still didn't see it. Wait, Shane. You're right, Shane. Okay, hold on. I'm convinced y'all are trolling me now. It's like a band name. I read that. Hacks. Oh, Hacks. I'm gonna keep posting this until you see it. When Milchick rides his bike to Urs, he passes. No, I know. I talked about it in the video. What are you talking about? Yeah. Dieter's brother live, no minimum. Something live. Yeah. Hack Shane has juicy about the early in the scene. Check it out, bro. Coffee is for closers. True. Dieter is real. Team Dieter validated. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dude, what do you think his dick turned into?
Irving's like, I need you to reel it in, bro. Reel it in. You're laughing at our jokes. You're just laughing a little too hard, all right? Reel it in. Wasn't that funny?
It isn't funny.
Oh, I don't know. It's
I'm sorry.
pretty funny.
Well, it's not.
Sorry.
Okay.
And stop making goo-goo eyes at her.
I'm not.
Stop.
Goo goo eyes?
Just tell us, Helly.
Dude. Irving is something else, man.
Tell us what.
Dr. Deb says, good point, Clover. Clover says, remember that Bert and Irving didn't like that painting of Kier on the clip. Clover. You fucking genius. Oh my god. I'm gonna make a little note with your name on it. Yeah. I see. Yeah, Clover, you actually cooked. That was good. And that's why I think that there was two brothers, and I'm pretty positive that Kier, maybe Kier didn't make it. Like, Kier could have died.
Just tell us about him.
Who?
Or Kier became a murderer.
The Night Gardener.
Oh, Irv, come on.
Did he have a flashlight?
Did he have little tulips?
What was he wearing?
What is your deal right now, dude?
What color was his shirt? Did he have on a vest?
All right. Yeah, honestly, Clover, you're the best. Wait, I don't get what Clover meant. I'm dumb. I think I'll just talk about it in the video. I need to sit down and with that thought for a little bit. But yeah, essentially, like in season 1, we hear them talking about a painting of Kier looking over like 5 bodies of water, which are commonly believed to be the like Great Lakes, and they're saying something like drink, like Kier is basically saying drink from my water, like everything here is, you know, everything you can see is mine, but you can drink from it. And Irving makes a comment about how he always had some weird feeling about this painting because it was you know, that he could fall, and now we're seeing like Mark spawn on top of the cliff, Irving spawn in like on top of the frozen lake. We see them actively on the cliff when Irving at the bottom of the cliff is like drowning Helena later. Like, there's something there.
Luminescent vest. Tell us exactly
Irving,
what he was
enough.
wearing. Enough.
Yeah.
Using your pupils to make love to her. While you're...
Okay, that was the most Irving thing he could have ever said. If this is Audi Irving, a man that we don't know truly that well, but that was the most any Irving thing he could have said. I'll just say that.
Audrey's wife rots away somewhere.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, fuck you, Irv.
Oh, so it's 3 against 1 now, huh?
But it's just so aggressive. Where is this coming from, bro? Like, where?
Vest. Tell us exactly
Irving,
what he was wearing.
enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
Using your pupils to make love to her. while your outie's wife rots away somewhere.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, fuck you, Irv.
Oh, so it's 3 against 1.
I don't know what to make of it. I honestly do not know what to make of it. Yeah.
No, huh?
It's okay.
Big
Know
Dicker.
Irving's upset because he can't ever see Bert again.
Oh, dude, the tone shift. This shit is so good. You also theorize the best for Westworld. Think like you're one of the writers. Hey, I appreciate
okay.
that.
We all know Irving's upset.
Honestly, Vanity, I feel like you're Dan. I feel like you're Dan Erickson, and you're like begging me to see it right now.
Because he can't
You like actually care. You like enjoy my content. You don't want me to be wrong.
ever see Bert
I appreciate that.
It's okay. We all know Irving's upset because he can't ever see Bert again.
Oh, fuck you.
He's really lonely.
It kind of feels like she goads him here. Oh, dude, anything could happen in this moment.
Hey, Irv.
Fuck you all!
Oh, buddy. You poor guy. Okay, that's what I want to see. She just mad he knows? Yeah. Somebody earlier said that this turns into like a skull at one point. Maybe. Maybe. They do focus on the burning image of Kier. Focusing on the burning image of Kier. Could be a reason for that.
What?
Hmm.
Yeah. Some other root vegetable.
The carrot comment is interesting. Like, it's him finishing the joke, but like... The carrots symbolize something? Carrots can symbolize luck, hope, and new beginnings. New beginnings stands out to me. Oh. In Hebrew, the word for carrot is gezer, and the letters of the word mean to cut. To cut. Carrot. You must be cut to heal. Interesting. Got that dog in him. True. Irving's got that dog in him. Cat, hey. Cat, thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome. I don't think the carrot symbolizes anything in the moment. It's just Mark, clumsy opening line. True. Metaphorical castration. Could be. Actually, no, I'm wrong. You were saying...
To say that.
I'm not sure. I'm starting to think they're all plugged into the Matrix. Maybe the marshmallows were made of Kier's stuff. True. Maybe. Hey, who's feeding radar for these 2 days? Valid point.
I mean...
That look could have just been him fuming that no one's listening to him when he feels he knows the truth. Yeah. I really think that I'm in the camp of Irving is Irving. Though I just want to say that if done well, Irving being reintegrated before this moment could be genius. They could pull that shit off so well, it could be great. But I do think it might just be the Irving we know and love.
I can make goo-goo eyes at anyone I want. You okay?
Well, does he have eyeliner on?
You okay?
His eyes are too dark. His eyes are way too dark. His eyes are like they're trying to let us know that he's a bad guy, too dark. Are y'all seeing this?
You okay?
Right?
Sorry if I'm distracting you from...
Okay. Next episode is called Trojan's Horse. No, it's not. Is it really? Nate, that's sick. Do they make severed condoms? Ooh, Invictus Gardner asking the real questions here. 236 watching. Welcome, welcome. It's giving Jared Leto 30 Seconds to Mars. True. Whoever said the Matrix thing is onto something. Matrix thing was said by somebody. Poor Radar. True. I don't think they would do that if he wasn't actually switching. Ooh, the testing floor. Yeah, Jennifer, earlier we talked about the testing, like how this could be the testing floor. I think that'd be cool. Mad, manipulative, interesting, more mythology. It is, since we don't know what Irving's outie meant in the call, could be the secret setup. She gains advantage over Helly. Look at the light from the heater here. A great point. Actually a great point. Actually a great point. Like, they're literally like lighting him like he's in hell.
Distracting you
From what?
I'm looking for your wife.
It's okay.
I don't even care, bro. I don't even care. I'm just like fucking. I just think you're kind of cute. You know, I'm just like saying, "What's up, girl?"
You've already helped so much.
Mark didn't start tripping and glitching until that heater, like a subtle reminder of what he tried to do. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Son of Satan. Something is fucking so weird about this whole thing. Like the lighting really is doing the most here. That's a great point. B. Riley O'Connor. Do my best to keep the people that interacted and like added, you know, like those profound moments of like where we're actually truly talking about the show together. I want to try to put those in the video so it's not just like me, like us coming to understand what is happening. Yeah, so I said this earlier, but guess I was wrong. Does not seem like she was actually disgusted. But the thing I really want to highlight here is that if this is a story about slavery, what we're seeing is the farmer's daughter, you know, fucking the help. And yeah, there's some real icky implications here. Yeah, it's almost like she's fetishizing him, or like it doesn't have to be that serious, truly, but like she has far more information than about the world and consent and everything possible in this moment, and this is like probably statutory rape. Yeah. Just having sex while severed in general is just not a good look. It's almost like having sex while drunk. Like, you couldn't pay me. I will never, ever want to do that as a 31-year-old man. Like, I want to know the person I'm having sex with is like fucking in it, like wants to be having sex with me. Like, we're not fucking needing substances. We're like, yeah, you're fucking hot, I'm hot, let's goddamn rip each other apart. This feels icky. I think we're beyond consent. Totally wanted him. That was part of it going in. Yeah, I think the people that thought that she was romanticizing it from the very beginning, y'all might have been right. Or y'all were right. Panko Cream Rider says, I'm off to sleep. Have a good night in chat. Thanks as always, Hacks. Love the good metaphorical ejaculation conversation. Amen, brother. Me too. Have a good night. This cut together here with Irving lost and dropping the torch is wild. I'm gonna come. Okay. Take care, y'all. Exactly. Severed employees are like children as well. Yeah. STMI, do not come. Okay. Crimes they're committing are pretty egregious, yeah. Something similar happened in the Boys with a shapeshifter. Oh. Oh, you're right. This feels incestual. I mean, y'all know what I think about that. I'm just... God damn it, bro. Night, duder. Night. Intimacy for the innie is a violation of the outie, and intimacy for the outie is a violation of the innie. Severance itself is incompatible with consent. Total agree. It feels like Mark's reintegrated is somehow jammed this episode. Helena knew what she was doing. True. Night, Hacks. Patrick, thanks for being here. Have a wonderful night. I truly don't care to watch all this. Sorry, folks. This isn't that kind of channel. Also, since this is that kind of channel, somebody asked earlier about the number of belly buttons or bellies that I've gotten in my DMs. 0 bellies. So I'm assuming every single one of y'all have pouches. That's all. Smart, favorite part. I know how a woman looks when she's interested in someone, and that's how Helena looked at Mark watching that video. Also, do you play no build? What are you talking about? You talking about Fortnite right now? Hax loves Game of Thrones. Hax loves Game of Thrones. Loving Game of Thrones is a way to insult someone as being incestuous. Is so funny. I sent you a picture of mine. Maybe you mistook that for an everything bagel. Belly button freak, true. Okay, so him laying down here. This is something. I'm gonna have to blow up this picture and look at it bigger and up the exposure so I can see more things. But this rock, he died on this rock. Somebody died on this rock. This is a sacred rock or something. Why else would he be here? Like, what are those grooves? It looked like a giant beast like ripped the rock or something. Also, this is an unflattering angle for her. I feel like they did that on purpose. Also seeing the moon for the first time, right? It's crazy. Also, how the fuck did Irving not freeze to death? Very true. Well, they would sleep. Good point. They did bone IRL, or it was VR. What the fuck is going on? I wish I knew, brother. I'll be honest. This part right here, kind of cracked. Like, it really seemed like Helena might not like being an Egan for real, and was truly romanticizing being an innie and being able to be free from the responsibilities that she has. Like, that's real. That's real. She's not looking, like nostrils flare. Again, not a good angle for her. It's very, she's being real. She doesn't like herself, yeah. Oh, she's about to cry here. I mean, oh, she actually looks so vulnerable.
I don't care who you are out there.
Hey, great thing. Great assurance. It's exactly what she needed. This poor guy. This poor guy, though. This poor guy. Fuck what she needs. That's a goddamn enemy right there. You did my boy dirty. God damn it. That one. That's it. I just lost all ad revenue. God damn internet. How does Irving make it out? This must have been so cold. And like, he must be dreaming, right? It's Ellie's face turns. Ellie's face turns evil in that red light at one point, and she's leaning above Mark. Oh, we do see her on top at the end. Good night, chess mess. Good night. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you so much. My mind is burning right now. Whoa, true. Or rather, Innies can't sleep. Innies can't sleep. We do know that. Irving was sleeping. He's a sleepy guy. Irving falls asleep. Yep, exactly. They don't sleep. We just need reintegration answers next episode for real. True, Grayson. Were they just supposed to stay awake all night? It's not making sense. Okay, first off, this part, super creepy. Second, y'all are bringing up the point that they only exist in the daytime from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Their Audis are the ones who sleep. And I think that you're on to something. I mean, like, we know that to be a fact. So would they be expected to sleep? Kier? Like, clearly it's like an overnight trip or something. I just don't think that... This feels like one of those things where this could be something, but if they just move past it without any explanation of the timing, much like the length of time it took to animate a claymation advertisement, right? Like, it doesn't need an answer. We could use this to, like, get timelines or get things situated in our theoretical minds, but it doesn't necessarily mean it needs to ever be addressed. I mean, this whole thing was a dream, right? Oh, dude, this is creepy. I just don't know why. These moths? See all the numbers. Goes right 4 or 5 times. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, what it's telling us right now? Oh, cat. Bye. Hey, remember to leave a like on the video. Thank you so much. Cat, have a wonderful night. Okay, so the divisions, right? We know that the girl is Woe. We know that she is the physical embodiment of Woe sitting at the computer typing in a second here. We know that Irving is also at his computer, maybe representing one of the others. And we see Bert here. Maybe he represents Frolic. To Irving. Like Woe, Frolic, maybe he's... Or maybe that's Malice. That eye is interesting. Dude, that shit is just so creepy. Shut up. It looks like she has a wedding dress on. Dude, this shit is actually so fucking creepy. Look at all the values going nuts. Up to 15s. 5, 7. A lot of 7s, a lot of 5s. N. 1. G. E. Circle. Didn't even scare me. Neo. NN. E. I actually don't want to get jump scared again. So yeah, so this does start like curving it to his face, right? We see like